Hi fourth year, how are you? I hope you're doing well. This period we are going to spend revising our world music topic because we've got an assessment coming up later on this week. So, revision period this week. Reminder, when is assessment? It's Thursday, period 7, last thing on Thursday, so we will have to swap around a practical period. And it is on world music. It's on a topic that we've covered since about the end of August, world music. So what am I looking for then? So I'm looking for everyone to appropriately revise the world music topic and work in teams of 3 and 4 to produce your revision poster. That is the main body of the lesson today. Is by the end, I'd like to see everyone having produced a revision poster. So what am I looking for then? How will I know our success criteria? How will I know that you've done it well? We'll obviously successfully produce a creative recap poster detailing the information we've learned right throughout the topic, so as much information as you can. And of course, working well in a team, using indoor voices, not shouting across the classroom, and not distracting others. So the revision poster, we will be in groups of 3 and 4, producing a creative poster detailing everything we've covered in the last month. As an extension, you can use the laptops to find out even more detail about the music or more detail about the culture from all the countries that we've covered. However, you can access Microsoft Teams when you're creating the poster just to recap your knowledge. Again, if you've forgotten a few things about Latin American or African or whatever, then you can go in Teams. All the lessons are on there, so you'll be able to access the PowerPoints. We're using this period to recap knowledge. It's so important that you make the most out of this fourth year. This is the only period I'm willing to dedicate to revision. We should be revising at home every week after we've been over it, even if it's only for 15 minutes, reading over the PowerPoints on Teams or our notes that we take in our jotters. This is the only period I'm willing to make a revision period, so please make the most out of it. I'm going to show you an example of a poster that I've made. Obviously it's online, so it's easier to show you in this video, but I would, if I was you, I would adopt a spider diagram just like this. It looks a lot easier, it's much easier to make, and it's also a lot easier to understand. So if you look nice and closely, I know it's quite small, in the centre I've got national flag, world music. I have Latin American, I have African, Indian and Spanish American all branching out because those are the, did I say Spanish American? Spanish and Caribbean. All 4 of those are separate lessons that we've covered. So I've filled in Latin American. I've half filled in the Latin American section. So as you can see, I have immediately branched Latin American. The first thing I think of when I think of Latin American is of course location, but I also think of its heavy use of percussion. So I've then split to more specifically percussion, and then other things about percussion like the bateria usually consists of how many people. It means drum kit in Spanish and Portuguese. But I've also split it into, of course, the 2 groups that it's in, untuned and tuned. Untuned, I've said it can't play a melody, it can't play a specific pitch, given some Latin American examples, because of course we're talking about Latin American in that section. And then the other side of the coin, we've got tuned, and it can produce a specific pitch. It is able to play a melody, and I've given, again, some Latin American examples. I've then just given some general instrumentation here, splitting it into brass instruments, string instruments, and vocals. And then we've talked about the musical concepts, of course. We've talked about question and answer, repetition, ostinato, syncopation. Those are the really important parts. So those are the bits I'm looking for the most. I want some really detailed answers to what they are, and bonus points if you can find me examples in the end. So, of course, you've got African, Spanish and Caribbean and Indian to do. So make it as creative as possible. You will be doing this on paper, A3 paper. I will have set out the coloured pencils for you to make it as aesthetically pleasing and as nice as possible. If you want, we can make it into a kind of competition, if you like. But please, fourth year, make the most of this period. Revise, 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 so that we can do well in our assessment on Thursday. This is evidence for SQA, so we want you to do as best as you can. Use this revision period as best you can. Don't distract others. Don't sidetrack yourselves. Really focus, and I'm looking forward to seeing the final product tomorrow. So well done, fourth year, and work hard.